Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Alkin Slice here. So I made a video very recently talking about my experience working for the Department of Veterans Affairs and how it was very negative for me, to summarize. Just want to give an update on what's going on currently for me. Give me 1 second. I just want to make a video basically talking about my current situation and yeah, anyways, so I recently got a letter from my current employer basically told me that I was laid off, which is very unfortunate because I really love that job. It's very awesome. And you know, let me just start from the beginning. So basically the whole pandemic started. I worked at this other job. I had 2 jobs and I worked at the VA. VA let me go. I continued my other job and it's awesome. That was a big thing for me that gave me strength to keep going on, you know. I felt like a valued member of the team. I felt like I was, you know, people are communicating with me. But anyways, so the pandemic started. I kept working for a couple weeks after it started. It was great, you know. I felt like I was a valued member of the team. I felt like people really actually like valued my input, valued me as like a member of the team. Sorry if I keep saying member of the team, but I basically just felt like a valued person. And I told them, you know, like, hey, I get that people might be calling in because my company said, hey, if you're not comfortable coming in and working, let us know. We'll pay you for your time like we would have paid you otherwise. We don't want to put you in harm's way. And I said, I didn't say, hey, I won't come in. I did not say that. I came in, I worked my hours like, you know, because I understand, like, I want them to know that I'm willing to work for them. I'm willing to come in and put in time for them. A lot of people did, you know, call in and take advantage of the situation that the company was going to pay them money if they worked or not. And anyway, so I worked a couple weeks and came to work one day. And I had a lot of hours scheduled that week, which I was happy about because I needed those because I got laid off by the VA. Or just terminated without any communication. But anyways, you can watch that video. I'll try to link it in the description if I can. But anyways, so I came into work and I tried to clock in and it would let me clock in, but I saw my schedule. Like when you clock in, you see your schedule and it basically said that I wasn't working that day. I was like, wait, what's going on? So I didn't clock in. I went and I talked to the manager on duty. I was like, hey, I was scheduled for this time. I showed him the screenshot saying, hey, these are the hours that I saw. Like, what's going on here? And he said, oh, we had to cut back hours. Did nobody call you? I said, no, nobody called me at all. So anyways, he said, okay, that's fine. Yeah, go back and work. You know, if you want to stay, you can go home if you want to. You'll get paid for your hours. Or you can stay and work if you want to. I said, I'll stay and work. I don't mind, you know. Great guy. That was really cool of him. He didn't have to let me stay. He let me stay. Awesome. Hey, if you watch this, I'm not going to put out names. I'm going to put the company. But you're awesome, man. It's cool. I appreciate that. I appreciate you giving me the chance to fucking work. But, sorry, I don't mean to cuss. But, yeah, so worked a couple hours. It got kind of slow. You know, I said, hey, I basically said, hey, I don't want to stay here if like you're just going to spend money that you don't need to be spending all this other stuff. You know, I don't want to just stand around and just make him feel like I wasn't doing work. So, you know, he was like, hey, if you want to go home, it's cool. It's like, it's fine. You know, yeah, I'll go home. You know, like y'all pull me out the schedule. Thank you for allowing me to like work today. If y'all need me to come in to work or you need anybody to come in and work, just give me a call. I'm here. So couple weeks go by and a couple weeks go by, yeah. But anyways, after that happened, I was put on furlough, basically meaning that I wasn't unemployed per se. Like I had like furlough meaning that like you have a job to go back to, but you're kind of unemployed. So anyways, it's like a way to keep you on payroll, but you're still employed per se, due to like pandemic or whatever. Anyways, so that started and I couldn't get unemployment. I'll put that in another video later on talking about my experiences. But it took me 3 months to get unemployment benefits based off my time working at the VA. The summary of it is that I worked for this company and I worked at the VA, and this company, basically, great company by the way, they immediately, yeah, he works for us. He's, on furlough. Yes. He works for us. VA, they're just like, oh, we don't know who that is, all this other stuff. So basically, the fact that I worked at the VA kind of screwed me for 3 months. Well, it might have been 2.5. It's like 2.5, 3 months where I couldn't get my unemployment benefits. So I literally was living off my life savings. It was freaking difficult. It was difficult, man. Anyways, so before the point where I finally, like 2.5, 3 months later, where I got my unemployment benefits, I went to the place to let them know, like, I'm available, It's nothing on them, I just went there, just basically was just like, hey, I'm shopping, but, if you need me to come in, let me know. They were good to go because, obviously times are slow, I understand. But eventually I got my unemployment benefits. I had to contact my local representative, which they are amazing. They got the job done. They got, TWC to call me. I got hung up on some stuff, but my local representative got it sorted out. And I'm sorry, this is just difficult for me to talk about because it sucks. But anyways, so several months go by. I think it was like 4.5, 5 months. I got a message from my supervisor asking if I could come back to work, and it had been like 4.5, 5 months, and I was just like, hey, oh yeah, I kind of need to go. I need to help my family. Like, I promised my family to do this stuff, because it had been several months, and they didn't really give me a lot of like leeway with this stuff. And I said, hey, like, I'm sorry, I need to go do this stuff. I'm trying to keep myself COVID free for my family because I'm hoping my family do some stuff. But when do you need me back? Like, when are you hoping to come back by? And I think like a week or two goes by. Actually, it was like 2.5, 3 weeks. He's like, oh, can you come back this day? But I didn't get the message that day. And I got it like a day or two, like I think it was like 2 days later, I actually got the message where I was at. I did not have good cell service at all. And he texted it to me and got the messaged him back saying, hey, I can't come back this day, but I can come back basically 7 days after you're asking me to come back. Perfectly fine. Please message, like, basically like, hey, this is what I can do. Yeah. A month goes by. He doesn't respond to my message at all. And I ended up messaging him again like, hey, I messaged you like a month ago. Just want to double check and make sure everything's cool. I'm sure I have a lot of trainings I got to do, because it's a company, you got to do your trainings and all that stuff. And he didn't respond. Went to work, or I didn't go to work. I went to my place of employment and trying to talk to him. He wasn't there. Went back again. But when I worked the first time, it felt like upper management was avoiding me, and it felt really weird. It felt really weird because I was like, I just felt that they'd be like, oh, hey, how's it going? It's just weird when you walk by your upper management and they just kind of avoid you, But anyways, top to the typical workers, top to the typical like lower management, they were really they were really freaking cool. They're really awesome. They chatted me, talked about stuff, and basically I came back like 2 days later and talked to my supervisor, and I said, hey, I messaged you like a month ago saying I'd come back, this time, so this is what's going on in my life, this is what's going on. I can come back this day, and it's okay. Let me just talk to the manager about that, and we'll get you back in. Like, he didn't say these exact words. He basically said, okay, let me talk to the manager about it. And I was like, okay. And at the time it was like, okay, you need to talk to manager to make sure, like, to get me on schedule and figure out, like, if they need me. Because maybe they didn't need me at the time. So anyways, go do my family emergency situation. Come back, and the day after I come back, I basically check my mail, and I get a letter saying I was terminated. I was terminated the day, according to the letter, I was terminated the day after I was reached out to. 1 day later, I was terminated. They reached out to me they reached out to me the day. I didn't answer the day because I was in a place where, like, literally, I even told my supervisor, I'm helping my family. Like, I'm helping my family. I'm doing this stuff. They technically gave me less than 24 hours, and they terminated me. I didn't get a phone call. He just texted me and said, hey, can you work this day? Like, can you come back this day? And I think it was like 2-3 days later, I finally actually got the message. I really did not have good service where I was at. Like, good service at all. I was with my grandparents. Like, they live out in the country. It's hard, man. But anyways, I got this letter in the mail that basically said I was terminated on the 20th of August. And I went in like a week and a half ago. Today I believe is like the 19th, 18th or 19th. I went in a week and a half ago, and I talked to my supervisor. It's like, hey, I sent you a text message, like a month ago saying I can come back this day. And yeah, I just want to let you know I'm not ghosting you. I don't want you to think I was like doing stuff, so I don't know, you tried to contact me and you had difficulty. And he basically gave me this feeling like, oh, he didn't get my message, or he's like, oh, I got it, yeah, you're good. But I got this letter in the mail saying I was laid off. He basically told me he would contact me, and I haven't heard from him since. And I just got this letter in the mail. Oh man, life kind of sucks right now. I thought maybe somebody in life valued me. I thought maybe people fucking at this place fucking appreciate me as a fucking, employee. I'm not gonna name him, but it hurts, man. It hurts really bad to be laid off. I just tried to help my family. I tried to do the right thing. I drove to Austin to help my brother, go to a medical appointment. And it's difficult. It's difficult looking for a new job. Maybe if they contact me and said, hey, we know you told us that you need to go do stuff for your family, but if you can't come back, we have to let you go, then maybe I would have called my family and told them, I would call my family. I was like, hey, I'm gonna lose my job over this bull crap, or not this crap, but it sucks because it's just like I went to the place because I didn't know I was laid off. And I talked to my supervisor, and like he just didn't say anything. He acted like everything was cool. And I found from a freaking letter, it just anyways, if you watch this whole thing, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm kind of just going off the cuff right now. I'm still processing this information. It just sucks. Going through being on furlough where you think you have a job to go back to, and then you go to the job, you say, hey, you tried to contact me and asked me to come back. And I responded, you didn't respond back to me. So I can come back, by this date, because I have stuff going on. And I was already let go by that time. My manager and supervisor was like, oh, we had to let you go. It's just, dude, like, that's time I could have been looking for another fucking job, dude. I could have been looking for another freaking job. Dude, I get being a supervisor is hard. I was a freaking supervisor kind of in the Navy. I was a non-commissioned officer. Like, I was in charge of people. It's difficult to talk to people about difficult stuff like that. But if it's your freaking job, dude, just do it. And this isn't based off the company I work for. I really just think maybe the communication sucked. I don't know, but I'm unemployed now. I'm unemployed. I need to look for a new job, and God, I hope I can freaking find one. Anyways, please like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate it if you watched it.